just when I felt like Fortnite was on the right path, they remind me that they aren't. They really aren't. Now, if you don't know what happened or what I'm talking about, recently Epic Games or Fortnite announced that they're making some changes to the V-Buck prices, or not really making price changes, mostly just decreasing the amount of V-Bucks you get from anywhere you get V-Bucks. Example, the Battle Pass, the store, buying V-Bucks there, and the Fortnite crew. Now, usually when you spend V-Bucks on the Battle Pass with the Fortnite crew, or just on the store itself, for the Battle Pass you spend 1,000 and you get 1,500 back. You spend 1,000, you get your 1,000 back, and then 500 more. Cool. And then when you spend the Fortnite crew, you spend I think $12 to $13 if I recall, and you get 1,000 V-Bucks. Cool. I also get the what's it called, the Battle Pass and other passes as well with the 1,000 V-Bucks. Cool, I guess. And in the store, you spend $11 because it technically says $8.99, but you're spending $11 because of taxes, especially if you're playing on what, Xbox or PlayStation, maybe on Steam. I don't know, I'm not sure really on Steam. Um, but yeah, you're spending $11 for 1,000 V-Bucks. Fine, because of taxes. But technically, I think you can get 1,000 V-Bucks for only $8.99. $9 if you spend it on the Epic Games Store. But no one's using that dog shit. No one likes using that shit. That shit is fucking dog shit, especially with the dumb rewards that they give you for it. But yeah, those are the prices. But now they're changing it. So now you're getting even less V-Bucks from those. So now in the store, you're only getting 800 V-Bucks from $11. In the Battle Pass, you're only getting 800 V-Bucks, but you're only spending 800 V-Bucks. It's not really a good thing. I don't think that's even a good change at all. Even if they decrease the Battle Pass amount, that's not even a good amount because all you're getting is 800 V-Bucks from it. So all you're really doing is just spending 800 and getting your 800 back while playing the game, I guess. And then the Fortnite crew, they're also decreasing that, so now you only get 800 from the 1,000. So no price changes at all from the prices of spending V-Bucks. No price changes at all, but the V-Buck changes are getting decreased, which is so fucking scummy. And the reason that they said that they're doing this is because they're using it to pay the bills or something like that. Like they're struggling with money or whatever. Like they need to do this to help with profit or whatever. Pay the bills. When it's clear to me, especially with the stupid shit that they've been doing lately, spending it on so many collabs. Look, I'm happy with collabs, especially when it makes someone happy. Like they're hoping that their niche collab eventually comes out to Fortnite and is justified with what they add in there. Cool. I'm actually very happy for them because it's happening to me as well, with regular show. I was really happy when that came out because it's one of my favorite shows of all time. But it gets to a point where they're adding so much where it's clear they're just trying to make as much money as they can from these collabs. But because of that, it's like a double-edged sword because they're spending a lot of money on those collabs to try to make a lot of money from those collabs, but sometimes it just won't be enough from the amount that you spent. So they probably don't make a lot, I guess, is what I would say maybe. I'm not sure. But they're doing it too much to the point where, why? Like you don't need to add this much. It's like the collabs are the only content to this game right now. Like with the battle pass, or not the battle pass, the season, the only content that they have added for this season is just the collabs. That's all it's really ever been. Nothing with like the changes on the game mode itself, the battle or the map or whatever, like the loophole. Nothing has changed really. And that's why people have been saying that this season is so fucking boring, and I've been so tired of this season already because of how there's nothing to do with it. It's so boring. I want this new season to start already. It's so boring. There's nothing to do, and don't give me that bullshit. It's like, oh, you wouldn't survive a day in Chapter 2 Season 1. I have played Chapter 2 Season 1, and I will also say that season was also fucking awful. So there's no changes to that as well. Like, I don't know what your point is saying, like, oh, I wouldn't survive a day in there. I've survived in there, and it was just as bad as this right now because of how boring this season is right now. And the only content that we're really getting is those fucking collabs. And another thing that they're spending a lot of money on are the lawsuits that they're just wasting their time on. I don't like, unless they make a lawsuit that's like very noble, that really helps out us and us, or also them as well. All I see to them is just wasting more and more money just so they can make as much money from the game, I guess that they made or whatever. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna get into much with the lawsuits because I just don't know anything of it. But all I see for me, and maybe you can call me ignorant or tone deaf, but all I see for me is just it's just a giant waste of money. You don't need to spend that much on those lawsuits where it wouldn't have happened if you even filed a lawsuit on whoever the defendant is. But yeah, it's the collabs, the lawsuits, like some other bullshit that they're doing as well, like the metaverse, where it's really at this point where I don't care about the metaverse anymore, especially with how disappointing that they have really provided with the game modes that they used for the metaverse, like Fortnite Festival, Lego Fortnite, and how little they care about those game modes anymore because they don't make them like $1 billion each day, and how now I guess it's just like a liability to them and they don't care about it anymore, so they just want it to die, really, end up like rocket racing. They really wanted to just die and go away and just want everyone to forget about it. But yeah, I mean, that's really, I think, the big reasons on why they're spending so much money, and how now it's affecting us and us alone, really, and how we are going to be affected so much where who knows, maybe later on it really does feel like, I don't know, like at some point we may have to spend $10 for 500 V-bucks. Who knows, maybe that will be a thing one day. I don't know, maybe I'm just making some bullshit up, but it really pisses me off so much because this change is just like with Fortnite Festival. Like when I recall the change that they made with the songs, where now it's only a cycle, like a rotation, instead of like having all the songs there themselves, where there's no benefit to anyone else but them because it gives them the FOMO feeling where. Oh, it's like, oh, I really need to get this song right now because it's gonna, go away today. I really think I should get it right now. So it's only benefiting them, and the only change to that is they're just greedy. That's all it really is. The only change right there is just their greediness of the money that we spend on this game. That's all it really is. The only change to that, or like, it doesn't benefit us at all. It's nothing. It's just their greediness, and they're saying is like, oh no, maybe it's like help up, feeling refreshing or whatever with the game mode. You know, it's nothing like that. It's just only for it to benefit themselves and themselves alone. That's all it really is. And it's the same thing here. There's no thing at all with the battle pass. It's like, oh, it's kind of a good change, 800 V-bucks for the battle pass. It's kind of cool, I guess, but you're only getting 800 V-bucks from that, which really fucking sucks. And the other things as well with the store and the Fortnite crew also fucking sucks. There was no reason to change that. And they say, oh, I need to pay the bills. They make so much money already. And if they don't, that's their fucking fault for wasting so much money on these dumbass things that they shouldn't have to be spending on. They really don't. The things that people really want right now is for the game to be fun, and that's it. That's all they really want. They want the game to be fun. Okay, you want a collab, to come out? All right, cool. Maybe like one collab once a month. It doesn't have to be like 20 collabs once a month. It doesn't have to be like that. Or like 50 collabs once a season. It doesn't have to be like that. Or like 1,000 collabs each season. It doesn't have to be like that. All people want right now is provide a fun season. Just have some fun in these games, or other gamers that you want to provide, I guess, to maybe make more money. But if you're gonna add more game modes to this game, then actually have some dedication in those game modes, because every time I see you release any of them, you waste so much time on them, and then you don't do anything at all if they don't make $1 billion in the first day. And when they don't do that, you drop them dead, you ignore them, you don't give them any recognition at all from your websites or anything like that, from your social media posts, no recognition, and you just want them to die. You don't add anything, and when you do add anything, it's once in a blue moon that you add something for that game mode. And at that point, no one really cares about that game mode anymore because of how little you cared about it in the first place. So that's the biggest problem for me. Like these price changes, it only benefits them. It's completely fucking greedy. They're really pulling a bunch of Ubisoft moves. That's all I really see right now. Like, it really gives Ubisoft vibes whenever I see something like this happen. And I really didn't expect Fortnite to be it, Epic Games to do this. I kind of had a little bit of faith, like a tiny bit, like a little bit of faith that they weren't as shitty as the other people. But they reminded me, like, guys. Listen. I know that Activision, EA, Ubisoft, these are all terrible companies. They also cast their very anti-consumer base, and in some way, I guess you can kind of say we aren't that bad compared to them. But I wanted to remind you guys that, guys, we are as bad as them. We want to be just as shitty as them. So with these changes, all these changes that we're doing, it's only going to benefit us alone, and it will very negatively affect you guys. So there we go, guys. I feel like we definitely are in now the range of like EA and Activision. We're kind of like in between as shitty. So thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate it. We just wanted to remind you guys, we're not the perfect company. We're very shitty. We're also kind of anti-consumer based because later on, I feel like we might also change the amount of V-Bucks that is charged for a battle pass. So I think it's gonna cost like 5,000 V-Bucks for the battle pass, and you're only getting like 300 V-Bucks back. So it's just to make it fair, I feel like that's more fair. We really want to be just as shitty as the other companies. Just a reminder, just a reminder. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy the collabs that we're gonna be releasing. They're gonna cost around, I think, 10,000 V-Bucks for just one collab. Two skins. 3,000 emoticons. I know you guys love the emoticons. The emoticons on battle passes, they're just amazing. And I know we're just kind of like wasting space on those battle passes, but it's just because like we want to waste your guys' time whenever you're playing this game. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys next time on Chapter OG Season 3. I don't know, I'm just making bullshit up. I'm just trying to be as stupid as I can, sound as shitty as I can. But I'm just pissed off. That's all I really am. I'm just really pissed off. Maybe you could say I'm being dramatic, but I just don't see this really being, dramatic. This is justifiably fucked up. Like there shouldn't really be a reason that you're defending something like this. And sure, you could say, okay, but you can get like, uh, you're not gonna get as much ripped off if you use the Epic Games Store to buy V-Bucks. Bro, no one's gonna use that dog shit. That shit sucks ass. There's no reason for me at all, for any of us, people that aren't using it right now, to change it and only get V-Bucks from the Epic Games Store. Because I'm just wasting my time there. Just give me my V-Bucks on the PlayStation or Xbox. Stop wasting my time with this bullshit. And now that I'm getting less V-Bucks from the money that I spend and I work hard on, is so fucked up and so insane and so disgusting. And it really pisses me off. Like, it really shows to me how greedy they are to get as much money as they can from us and how little we can get from them. Even though we want to show our support from what the things that they add in here, but it feels like to us, or to me at least, that they don't want that back. They don't want to show how much to them they matter to us. Like they don't care. It feels like they don't really care about us. We're just a bunch of like wallets walking around to them. Like if they see like an Epic Games like higher up, like they're walking around down the street, all they see to us is like giant like wallets or like giant money bags. That's all they really see of us. It's like Mr. Krabs. Like that's all he sees anywhere. Whenever like something happens, like an opportunity to make as much money as they can from something, they make sure to overprice the fuck out of it or give us the little amount that we can get to eventually get that thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to say. I just really wanted to talk about this because I just want to give my voice about this. Show my voice about this. As a Fortnite fan. I love this game. I spend money on this game. That's another reason. So I want to at least get a decent amount from the money that I spent on this fuck ass game. Sorry, I'm mumbling so much. I sound like XQC right now. But I'm just I'm pissed off. I'm trying to think of words right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just annoyed. That's all I really am. I'm just really annoyed. But that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Fuck Epic Games. Fuck this game. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.
Man, we good, we ain't tripping. Man, we good, we ain't tripping. Got two hit lists, one for business, the other one got your main. She my mistress, she my mistress, she my mistress.